Это мой новый видеоманифест, посвященный проблеме мэнспрейдинга, отвратительному явлению, с которым борются во всем мире и о котором умалчивают у нас. Мужчины, демонстрирующие свою альфа-самцовость в метро, при женщинах и детях, достойны презрения. Если вы публично показываете, какой вы горячий мачо, мы публично охладим ваш пыл. Это видео помогли мне снять друзья, полностью разделяющие мою позицию.
Grocery store chain trying to turn the tables on animal rights protesters fed up with store takeovers. KPX5's Susie Steimel tells us they are taking one group to court.
This is what the eggs should look like. This is what they don't want you to see.
Animal rights activists from the group Direct Action Everywhere in Berkeley have been targeting Whole Foods for several years now. DXC alleges Whole Foods sources from farms that exercise animal cruelty. Demonstrations run the gamut, from chicken funerals to sit-ins where they bring in actual cow crates,
to eat, help, to laugh, help,
to this video showing DXC interrupting a recent ribbon cutting at the Whole Foods in Silicon Valley. This week, Whole Foods fought back, and a judge sided with them, issuing a restraining order against DXC in its Berkeley store.
It's interesting that Whole Foods tries to paint us as a danger to the public when what we believe we're trying to do is actually a public good.
They're provocative on purpose. Getting arrested has become commonplace because it means media attention. This is 20-year-old Cassie King. She's one of dozens racking up a criminal record.
I have been arrested before for rescuing animals from certain death.
How many times?
Only a couple of times.
Whole Foods says DXC members have repeatedly entered our stores and property to conduct demonstrations that disrupt customers and team members by blocking access to our aisles, departments, and cash registers, interfering with our business, and putting the safety of both customers and team members at risk. The injunction comes on the cusp of a week-long protest planned at the Berkeley Whole Foods. Today, we saw organizers continuing to paint banners for the week ahead saying, despite the restraining order, they'll show up anyway.
In terms of breaking the law, we see it as establishing the right to rescue and the right to know for every customer who wants to shop at Whole Foods to actually know what's happening to these animals.
Initially, Whole Foods sought to permanently ban DXE from all of its stores statewide. The company has the option to ask the judge for that again October 26th. Meanwhile, DXE still plans to protest outside the Berkeley Whole Foods from Sunday through next Saturday. Liz.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, after I'm finished, if Ouija or Hallie or Vivian or one of our female colleagues could go after me, that would be great. Mr. President, just to follow up on these allegations against Brett Kavanaugh.
What does he mean by that? Explain. What does that mean?
I think it would be great if a female.
What does it mean? No, what does it mean?
It would be great if a female reporter would ask you a question about this issue. So if you don't mind,
I wouldn't mind that at all. No, wouldn't mind it at all.
All right. Well, let me. If I
wouldn't make any difference to me.
All right.
Go ahead.
If I could follow up on John and John's question, why is it, Mr. President, that you always seem to side with the accused and not the accuser? You have 3 women here who are all making allegations, who are all asking that their stories be heard. And, you know, if you look at the case of Roy Moore, if you look at the case of one of your staffers, you seem to time and again side with the accused and not the accuser. Is that because of the many allegations that you've had made against you over the years?
Well, first of all, I wasn't happy with Roy Moore. Let's get that straight. But Roy Moore was a Republican candidate, and I would have rather had a Republican candidate win. I was very happy with Luther Strange, who was a terrific man from Alabama, but Luther Strange had a lot of things going against him. As far as women, whether it's a man or a woman, these are, you know, it can happen the other way. Allegations can go the other way also. You understand that. And whether it was a man or a woman, 30 years ago, 36 years ago, in fact, they don't even know how many years ago because nobody knows what the time is. That's a long time. And I could pick, as an example, hopefully I won't have to do it as a replacement, because hopefully this is going to go very well on Thursday. It's going to go very well on Monday or Saturday or Sunday or whenever they vote. But I could pick a woman, and she could have charges made from many years ago also.
But don't you understand,
and I would
that
look at the character. No, what I have to do
are reluctant to come forward. You've raised doubts about these accusers. Many of them.
I don't think people are reluctant to come forward. They're going to have a chance to speak at a. They have a major chance to speak. Excuse me. They have a major chance to speak, and it will be tomorrow, I assume. We've delayed this, meaning the Republican senators, not me. The Republican senators have delayed this for weeks now. They're giving the women a major chance to speak. Now, it's possible I'll hear that and I'll say, hey, I'm changing my mind. That is possible. We want to give them a chance to speak.
You think all 3
and they're
should have
given.
the chance? All 3 should have the chance?
Well, whoever is given a chance. We've delayed it a long time, but they're going to have a big shot at speaking and making their case. And you know what? I could be persuaded also. Okay? Yes, please. Please, go ahead. Go ahead. I'd like to go. Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. And
Thank
a couple
you.
of questions for you to follow up on some answers that I didn't quite hear from you, if you would allow me a couple of questions. First of all, do you think these women, all 3 of them, are liars? Yes or no?
Have they been what?
Are they liars?
I can't tell you. I have to watch tomorrow. I have to read. I just heard about one a little while ago. I can tell you her lawyer is a lowlife, okay? So I can't tell you whether or not they're liars until I hear them. I don't know what happened today because I've been very busy with Japan, with South Korea, with China, and about 7 other countries, as you know. And I chaired the Security Council. So I don't know about today's person that came forward. I do know about the lawyer. And you don't get much worse, bad reputation to take a look at his past. So as far as the other women are concerned, I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to be watching. You know, believe it or not, I'm going to see what's said.
Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice waste. Agree with me or you'll be shamed. Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice waste.